another short video on Shabbos Halacha. We're holding in the laws of Shabbos, the Alter Rebbe's Shulchan Aruch, section 301, Halacha 41. Levodim akoshim arbe osur loitzim l'shus harabim. It is forbidden to go out to the public domain or to a carmelis, which is in between public and private, wrapped in very firm fabric, as one wraps himself with a garment. So this is like an excuse to go out to the public domain wearing this thick fabric, putting it on your back, so you're like showing it's a garment, but it's not. So therefore it is forbidden to go out with it, because the fabric is not inappropriate to be worn as a garment.
It's like if it was a rug or something.
Yeah. Like remember a donkey, they spoke about a saddle cloth.
The cover on the horse. Saddle.
And therefore appears like a burden.
Yes.
If, however, the fabric is not very firm, it is permitted to go out wearing it, even if he does not need to robe himself in it. And robes himself in it only to take out to the public domain so that he or someone else may sit on it there. You see, this is like it's like a blanket, Pinchas says.
But a light blanket is
like beach blanket. People put so he wears it. So we see that if it's fine, it's not that hard, it's not very firm, then you're allowed to take it.
Yeah.
If it's very firm, you shouldn't be taking it.
Yeah.
This leniency is granted only when he robes his head and the majority of his body with the fabric. So you're putting it on yourself like a talis.
Yeah.
Majority of his body is covered by it. If, however, he did not cover his head with the fabric, only his entire body, this does not cause the fabric to be considered as a garment, and it is forbidden to take it out in this manner, even when he requires it to cover his body. So you need to use it. If you use taking it out, you gotta cover yourself. The same law. Okay, so we learned that a thick fabric should not go out with it, firm fabric. Why? Because that doesn't look like, it's not a garment. It's not considered a garment. The not very firm is possible, but you need to wear it. It has to cover the majority of your body. Now, the same law applies with regard to any object that is not a garment, but one seeks to take it out by robing himself in it like a garment. So this law applies to regard to any object that is not a garment. One seeks to take it out by robing himself in it like a garment. For example, a sheet or a head kerchief in this country is explained above. For example, I'll give you something very practical. You want to go to mikvah on Shabbos, right?
Yeah.
And you don't take a towel with you.
Right.
So if it's that's not a very firm fabric, so therefore it would be okay. But if it's a hard cardboard type of a towel, it would be a problem. Yeah. But even if you do take the towel, you got to do it in such a way that it covers you. What about plastic used for rain protection? Plastic used for rain protection. Well, the plastic used, we said before, if you remember in the Gemara of Shabbos, we said that anything that is being used for protection is okay. But over here, this firm garment, he's not wearing it for protection. Right. Like a raincoat or plastic, that would be okay to put it on yourself, because it's becoming like a garment. It's also no. But if you take a garbage bag and you put it on yourself, you're allowed to wear it because it becomes like your garment. But we said, what constitutes an apparel, right? He said, what constitutes an apparel? Something also that gives you protection. There's a whole list of things in chapter 6, what we just learned. So one of the things that constitutes an apparel is protection. So it would be okay to wear plastic over yourself.
All right. Shabbos,
Buchem to you.
Happy